The narrative we tell ourselves shapes the reality we experience. Our internal dialogue, the stories we repeat in our minds day after day, become the script that we live by. If that narrative is filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, it's no wonder we feel stuck, powerless, or unmotivated. The key to becoming unstoppable begins with changing that narrative, rewriting the story you tell yourself about who you are, what you're capable of, and what your future holds. You see, our brains are wired to focus on the negative. It's a survival mechanism. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors needed to be on high alert for threats in their environment, predators, dangerous weather, scarcity of resources. This vigilance kept them alive, but it also meant that their brains were constantly on the lookout for what could go wrong. Fast forward to today, and that same wiring still exists in our brains. Except now, the threats aren't usually life or death situations, they're much more subtle. They're the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of not being enough. And unless we consciously choose to override this wiring, we will continue to default to a negative, limiting narrative. Reprogramming your mind starts with awareness. Begin by becoming conscious of the thoughts you allow to take up residence in your mind. Pay attention to the language you use when you talk to yourself. Are you kind? Are you encouraging? Or are you constantly criticizing, doubting, and diminishing your own worth? Self-awareness is the first step in creating change because you can't change what you're not aware of. Once you become aware of the negative, limiting thoughts that dominate your mind, the next step is to challenge them. Ask yourself, are these thoughts really true? Are they based on facts or just my fears? Often you'll find that these thoughts are not grounded in reality. They're just stories you've been telling yourself for so long that you've come to believe them. It's time to rewrite those stories. Replace the negative thoughts with empowering ones. Instead of saying, I can't do this, tell yourself, I am capable and strong and I can handle whatever comes my way. Instead of, I'm not good enough, say, I am enough just as I am and I am constantly growing and improving. Visualize the person you want to become, the life you want to live, and start acting as if you are already that person. This is not about faking it until you make it. It's about stepping into your power and becoming the best version of yourself. When you act as if you are confident, capable, and strong, you start to embody those qualities. Your actions follow your thoughts, and your results follow your actions. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant and nurture will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, those are the weeds that will take over your mind. But if you plant seeds of confidence, positivity, and self-belief, those are the flowers that will bloom. It takes practice, it takes patience, and it takes persistence. But the more you practice positive self-talk and visualization, the stronger those mental muscles will become. It's also important to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend the most time with, the books you read, the media you consume, all of these influence your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it will be much harder to change your narrative. But if you immerse yourself in a positive environment filled with people who uplift and inspire you, your mind will naturally start to shift towards a more positive, empowering state. Remember, the only limitations you have are the ones you place on yourself. Your mind is incredibly powerful and it has the ability to create your reality. By changing the narrative in your eye, you're changing the narrative in your mind, you change the trajectory of your life. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to believe in your ability to achieve great things. You start to act in ways that align with your highest potential. This isn't about wishful thinking or daydreaming. It's about harnessing the power of your mind to create the reality you want. It's about being intentional with your thoughts and beliefs and choosing to cultivate a mindset that empowers you rather than limits you. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or even intelligence. It's the willingness to take bold and massive action. It's about stepping up even when you don't have all the answers. It's about pushing forward, even when fear and uncertainty are staring you in the face. Too often we get caught in the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the right resources, waiting until we feel ready. But here's the truth: the perfect moment rarely comes, and waiting only leads to stagnation. To make a significant impact, to achieve the extraordinary, you must be willing to act decisively, and you must be willing to act now. Taking bold action means stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things that might scare you, and taking risks that others might shy away from. It means making decisions quickly and with confidence, even if you don't have every detail mapped out. It's about having the courage to put yourself on the line, to go all in, and to give everything you've got. People who achieve their dreams don't sit around hoping for things to happen, they make things happen. They recognize that action is the great separator. Action is what transforms ideas into reality and dreams into achievements. Massive action is more than just doing a little bit more. It's about a relentless, consistent commitment to your goals. It's about doing whatever it takes for as long as it takes until you achieve your desired outcome. This isn't about being busy, it's about being productive. It's about focusing on the actions that will bring you closer to your goals and then doing them over and over again with unwavering dedication and persistence. It's about setting a goal and then doing whatever is necessary to achieve it, no matter how difficult or challenging it may be. There will be times when it feels like you're not making any progress, when you face obstacles and setbacks that make you question your path. But those are the moments when you must double down on your commitment to action. Because the reality is, every step you take brings you closer to where you want to be. Even if it feels like you're moving slowly, even if progress seems minimal, every action compounds, and over time, those small steps turn into giant leaps. Bold action requires decisiveness. How many times have you found yourself stuck in indecision, weighing the pros and cons, analyzing every possible outcome, only to find yourself paralyzed by inaction? Taking bold action means making decisions quickly and confidently. It means trusting your instincts, taking the leap, and learning from whatever comes next. It's about understanding that there is no such thing as a perfect decision, and that the only wrong decision is the one you never make. Massive action also requires resilience and adaptability. When you commit to taking bold action, you're going to encounter challenges. You're going to face setbacks, rejections, and failures. But every successful person knows that these are not reasons to quit. They are reasons to quit. They are reasons to keep going. They are opportunities to learn, to grow, and to get stronger. When you encounter a roadblock, you find a way around it. When one door closes, you knock on another. When you fall, you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Taking bold and massive action also means doing things differently. If you want different results, you have to take different actions. If you want extraordinary outcomes, you have to take extraordinary measures. It's about being innovative, thinking outside the box, and being willing to do what others won't. It's about being proactive rather than reactive. It's about taking the initiative and being the driver of your own destiny rather than waiting for things to happen to you. To take massive action, you must also develop a laser-like focus on what you want to achieve. Distractions will come at you from all directions, people, situations, even your own thoughts and fears. But if you want to be unstoppable, you must maintain your focus on your goal, your vision, and your mission. Cut out the noise, eliminate distractions, and channel all your energy into taking the steps that will move you forward. Remember, energy flows where attention goes, so put all your attention on what you want to achieve and let your actions reflect that focus. Taking bold and massive action requires an inner drive, a burning desire to achieve your goals no matter what. It's about finding your why, that deep-rooted reason that compels you to act, that pushes you to keep going when the going gets tough. It's about tapping into that inner fire and letting it fuel your every move. This kind of drive doesn't come from external motivation, it comes from within. It's born from a deep understanding of what you want, why you want it, and the impact that achieving it will have on your life and the lives of others. Finally, taking bold and massive action is about building momentum. Action creates momentum, and momentum is a powerful force. When you take consistent action, you create a snowball effect. Your actions start to build on each other, growing larger and larger, gaining speed and becoming unstoppable. This momentum propels you forward, making it easier to keep going, even when you encounter obstacles. The more you act, the more momentum you build, and the more unstoppable you become. So commit to taking bold, decisive, and massive action today. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it may never come. Don't wait until you feel ready, because you may never feel ready. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Push yourself beyond your limits, step into your power, and take action like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Resilience is the backbone of every great success story. It's the unyielding spirit that allows us to rise after every fall, the tenacity that keeps us moving forward when the road gets rough, and the courage to face each day with strength and determination, regardless of the challenges that come our way. Building unwavering resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward. It's about using adversity as a stepping stone, turning every setback into a setup for a comeback. To build resilience, we must first understand that life is filled with ebbs and flows. Challenges are inevitable, setbacks are unavoidable. But it is not the presence of adversity that defines us, it's our response to it. We all have a choice in how we respond to life's difficulties. We can allow them to break us, or we can let them make us stronger. The path to building resilience begins with choosing the latter every single time. It's about making a conscious decision to stand tall in the face of adversity, to weather the storm rather than be swept away by it. Resilience is a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows stronger with use. Each time we face a challenge and choose to push through it, we build our resilience. Each time we fall and get back up, we reinforce our ability to overcome. It's in these moments of struggle and hardship that we find our true strength. We learn what we're really made of. We discover our capacity for endurance, for perseverance, and for grit. And it is through this discovery that we become unstoppable. Building resilience also requires a shift in perspective. Too often we view challenges as obstacles that block our path, as inconveniences that derail our plans. But what if we started to see them differently? What if, instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks, we saw them as opportunities for growth? What if we saw every setback as a lesson, every failure as feedback, every obstacle as an opportunity to become stronger and wiser? When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. By adopting a growth mindset, we can start to view adversity not as something to be feared, but as something to be embraced. Another key to building resilience is developing emotional agility. Life will throw curveballs at us, situations that stir up intense emotions like fear, anger, and frustration. But resilience isn't about suppressing these emotions, it's about navigating them effectively. It's about acknowledging our feelings, understanding them, and then using them to our advantage. Emotional agility allows us to stay grounded and focused, even in the midst of chaos. It helps us maintain our composure and make rational decisions rather than being swept away by the tides of our emotions. The more we practice emotional agility, the more resilient we become. Surrounding ourselves with a strong support network is another crucial component of resilience. No one achieves greatness alone. We all need people in our corner who believe in us, who lift us up when we're down, and who remind us of our strength when we forget it. Building resilience isn't just about inner strength, it's also about leveraging the strength of others. It's about asking for help when we need it, accepting support when it's offered, and providing support to others in return. When we surround ourselves with a positive, uplifting community, we create an environment that fosters resilience. Resilience also involves a commitment to self-care. It's about recognizing that our mental and physical well-being are interconnected, and taking care of one means taking care of the other. This means getting enough rest, eating nourishing foods, exercising regularly, and taking time to relax and recharge. It means setting healthy boundaries, saying no when necessary, and prioritizing our own needs. When we take care of ourselves, we build a solid foundation that allows us to handle whatever life throws our way. Moreover, building resilience requires a deep sense of purpose. When we have a clear understanding of our why, we have a reason to keep going. Even when things get tough, our purpose becomes our anchor, our guiding star. It gives us the strength to endure, the motivation to persevere, and the courage to push through the pain. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about living a life that's aligned with our values, our passions, and our highest potential. One of the most powerful ways to build resilience is by cultivating gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It helps us find silver linings in every situation, even the most challenging ones. When we practice gratitude, we train our minds to look for the positive, to see the good amidst the bad. This doesn't mean ignoring our problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on the things we can appreciate, even in difficult times. Gratitude is a powerful tool for resilience because it helps us maintain a positive outlook no matter what life throws at us. Building resilience is also about being proactive. It's about anticipating challenges and preparing for them rather than waiting for them to hit. This doesn't mean living in fear of what might happen. It means being ready for whatever comes our way. It's about having a plan, setting goals, and taking consistent action toward those goals, even when things get tough. When we're proactive, we're in control. We're not just reacting to life, we're creating it. And lastly, building resilience is about never giving up. It's about having the tenacity to keep going, no matter how many times we get knocked down. It's about understanding that setbacks are not the end, they're just a part of the journey. Every great success story is filled with setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But the people who achieve greatness are the ones who keep going, no matter what. They refuse to give up, even when the odds are stacked against them. They understand that resilience isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. Resilience is not a trait that some people are born with and others are not. It is a skill that can be developed by anyone who is willing to put in the effort. It's about making a commitment to yourself to never give up, no matter how tough things get. It's about building the mental, emotional, and physical strength to withstand life's storms and come out stronger on the other side. Who we surround ourselves with matters more than most of us realize. The people we spend the most time with have a profound impact on our thoughts, our behaviors, our beliefs, and ultimately our outcomes. If we want to live an unstoppable life, if we want to act as if nothing is impossible, then we must consciously choose to surround ourselves with empowering people, those who uplift us, challenge us, and inspire us to be our best selves. These are the people who see the greatness within us, even when we struggle to see it ourselves. They are the ones who encourage us to keep pushing forward when the going gets tough, who remind us of our strengths when we feel weak, and who celebrate our successes as if they were their own. Empowering people are not just cheerleaders, they are catalysts for growth. They hold us to a higher standard, pushing us beyond our comfort zones and helping us achieve things we never thought possible. They are not afraid to give us tough love when we need it, to call us out when we're making excuses, and to hold us accountable to our goals and dreams. These are the people who won't let us settle for mediocrity because they know we are capable of greatness. They see our potential and they won't let us waste it. But surrounding ourselves with empowering people isn't just about having a group of positive, supportive friends. It's about building a network of individuals who possess the qualities we aspire to develop in ourselves. If we want to be more disciplined, we should spend time with disciplined people. If we want to be more optimistic, we should seek out those who exude positivity. If we want to be more courageous, we should surround ourselves with those who face their fears head on. By aligning ourselves with people who embody the qualities we wish to cultivate, we begin to adopt those qualities ourselves. Their habits, their mindsets, and their energy become contagious. We start to think like them, act like them, and eventually achieve results like them. There is a saying that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. If we want to elevate our lives, we must elevate the company we keep. We must be intentional about the relationships we invest in, seeking out those who will align with our values and our vision for the future. This doesn't mean cutting people out of our lives who don't meet these criteria. It means being mindful of the influence they have on us and choosing to spend more time with those who inspire us to grow. Empowering people don't just support us when things are going well, they are there for us when we are at our lowest. They provide a shoulder to lean on, a listening ear, and a voice of reason when our own thoughts become clouded with doubt and fear. They remind us of who we are and what we are capable of, even when we are struggling to remember it ourselves. They don't just lift us up, they help us rise higher than we ever thought possible. And in doing so, they empower us to do the same for others. When we surround ourselves with empowering people, we become empowered ourselves. We learn to recognize the greatness in others, to lift them up when they are down, and to help them realize their full potential. We become a part of a positive, uplifting cycle of growth and support, one that not only benefits us, but also everyone we come into contact with. But finding empowering people isn't always easy. It requires stepping outside of our comfort zones and actively seeking out those who inspire us. It means putting ourselves in environments where these individuals are likely to be, whether it's joining a mastermind group, attending workshops and seminars, or becoming involved in a community that shares our interests and values. It also means being open to forming new relationships and being willing to let go of those that no longer serve us. This can be difficult, especially when it comes to long-standing friendships or family relationships. But if we want to achieve our highest potential, we must be willing to make tough choices about the company we keep. Building a network of empowering people also requires us to become empowering ourselves. We must strive to be the kind of person who uplifts and inspires others, who challenges them to be their best, and who supports them through thick and thin. When we focus on being a positive influence in the lives of others, we naturally attract like-minded individuals into our own lives. We create a ripple effect of empowerment, one that extends far beyond our immediate circle and into the wider world. Another key to surrounding ourselves with empowering people is to be mindful of the energy they bring into our lives. Are they positive or negative? Do they bring us up or drag us down? Do they inspire us to be better, or do they encourage us to stay the same? It's important to evaluate the impact our relationships have on our mental and emotional well-being. Empowering people are those who leave us feeling energized, motivated, and inspired, not drained, discouraged, or stuck. Moreover, surrounding ourselves with empowering people means being open to learning from them. It's about recognizing that everyone we meet has something to teach us, that every interaction is an opportunity for growth. Whether it's learning from their successes or their failures, their strengths or their weaknesses, there is always something we can take away from our relationships that can help us on our own journey. Belief in oneself is the foundation upon which every achievement is built. It's the bedrock of success, the fuel that drives us forward, even when the path is steep and the journey is fraught with obstacles. When we cultivate unshakable self-belief, we unlock a power within us that knows no bounds, of power that can turn dreams into reality, aspirations into achievements, and potential into greatness. Self-belief is not just a positive mindset. It is a deep-seated conviction that we are capable of overcoming any challenge, achieving any goal, and becoming the person we are meant to be. It is the voice inside our heads that tells us, yes, you can. Even when the world is screaming, no, you can't. Developing unshakable self-belief begins with understanding that belief is a choice. It is a decision we make every single day to trust in our abilities, to have faith in our potential, and to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are enough. This doesn't mean we won't face moments of doubt or fear. It means that when those moments come, we choose to stand firm in our conviction that we can and will overcome. It's about recognizing that self-belief is not something we are born with. It's something we build like a muscle through consistent effort and practice. The more we choose to believe in ourselves, the stronger that belief becomes, until it becomes unshakable, immovable, and unbreakable. To develop unshakable self-belief, we must start by examining our inner dialogue, the thoughts and words we use when we speak to ourselves. Are they empowering or disempowering? Do they lift us up or tear us down? We must become aware of the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we are capable of. Too often we let the negative narratives of our past dictate our future, allowing fear, doubt, and insecurity to hold us back. But to build unshakable self-belief, we must rewrite these stories. We must replace self-doubt with self-confidence, fear with courage, and insecurity with certainty. We must tell ourselves a new story, one of strength, resilience, and unlimited potential. Another crucial step in developing unshakable self-belief is setting and achieving small, incremental goals. Each time we set a goal and accomplish it, no matter how small, we build confidence in our abilities. These small wins accumulate over time, creating a powerful sense of accomplishment and reinforcing our belief in ourselves. It's about creating a track record of success, a history of perseverance and achievement that we can draw upon when times get tough. When we know we have overcome challenges before, we have proof that we can do it again. We must celebrate these victories, no matter how minor they may seem, and use them as fuel to keep pushing forward. Every success, no matter how small, is a testament to our capabilities and a building block for our unshakable self-belief. In addition to setting and achieving goals, we must also be willing to step outside of our comfort zones. True self-belief comes from proving to ourselves over and over again that we can handle whatever life throws at us. It comes from facing our fears head on and choosing to move forward despite them. Each time we do something that scares us, each time we push beyond our perceived limits, we build our belief in ourselves. We learn that we are capable of more than we ever thought possible, that we are stronger, braver, and more resilient than we realized. This is where unshakable self-belief is forged in the crucible of adversity, in the moments when we are tested and choose to rise. Another key to developing unshakable self-belief is surrounding ourselves with people who believe in us even when we struggle to believe in ourselves. These are the people who see our potential, who remind us of our strengths, and who encourage us to keep going, even when the road gets tough. They are the ones who lift us up when we are down, who inspire us to keep pushing forward, and who help us see the greatness within us. By surrounding ourselves with these kinds of people, we create a supportive environment that nurtures our growth and reinforces our belief in ourselves. We must be mindful of the company we keep and choose to spend time with those who empower us to become the best version of ourselves. Developing unshakable self-belief also requires a commitment to continuous learning and growth. When we invest in our personal, professional development, we build confidence in our abilities. We learn new skills, gain new knowledge, and develop new perspectives that enhance our self-belief. It's about becoming a lifelong learner, always seeking to grow, improve, and expand our horizons. The more we learn and grow, the more we realize just how capable we are, and the more our belief in ourselves strengthens. It's about taking ownership of our growth, recognizing that we have the power to shape our destiny and choosing to step into that power every day. Moreover, developing unshakable self-belief means learning to view failure as a stepping stone to success rather than a reflection of our worth or ability. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of it. Every setback, every mistake, every challenge is an opportunity for growth, a chance to learn and improve. When we embrace failure as a natural part of the journey, we begin to see it as a valuable teacher, rather than something to be feared. This shift in perspective allows us to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and resilience rather than fear and doubt. It empowers us to take risks, to step outside of our comfort zones, and to keep moving forward even in the face of adversity. To build unshakable self-belief, we must also learn to trust our instincts and intuition. We must learn to listen to that inner voice that guides us, that nudges us in the right direction, and that knows deep down what we are truly capable of. This requires tuning out the noise of doubt, fear, and negativity, and tuning into our inner wisdom. It means believing in ourselves enough to trust our own judgment, to make decisions with confidence, and to follow our own path, even when others doubt us. Trusting our instincts is a powerful act of self-belief, one that reinforces our confidence in our ability to navigate the challenges and opportunities of life. Finally, developing unshakable self-belief requires a deep commitment to self-care and self-compassion. We must learn to be kind to ourselves, to treat ourselves with the same love and respect that we offer to others. This means letting go of perfectionism, forgiving ourselves for our mistakes, and recognizing that we are a work in progress. It's about nurturing our physical, mental, and emotional well-being, taking time to rest and recharge, and prioritizing our needs. When we take care of ourselves, we send a powerful message to ourselves that we are worthy, deserving, and enough. This self-love and self-compassion are at the heart of unshakable self-belief, providing the foundation upon which all other beliefs are built. Self-belief is not a destination, it's a journey. It's something we cultivate and nurture every day through our thoughts, actions, and choices. It's about choosing every day to believe in ourselves, to trust in our abilities, and to have faith in our potential. And as we continue to develop this unshakable self-belief, we unlock a power within us that is truly unstoppable. Committing to lifelong learning and growth is one of the most powerful decisions you can make in your life. It's the understanding that learning is not something that stops when you leave school or university. It's a continuous, never-ending process. It's a commitment to personal and professional development, to pushing beyond your current boundaries, and to seeking out new knowledge, skills, and experiences that can enrich your life and expand your potential. Lifelong learning is about recognizing that the world is constantly evolving, and that to thrive in it, we must evolve too. It is the mindset of a growth-oriented individual who sees every moment as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become more. When we commit to lifelong learning, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. We cultivate a mindset that is curious and open, always ready to explore new ideas and perspectives. This mindset keeps us adaptable and agile, able to respond effectively to the changes and challenges that life throws our way. In a world that is constantly changing, where new technologies, industries, and ideas emerge at a rapid pace, the ability to learn and adapt is not just an asset, it is essential. Lifelong learners are not afraid to step outside their comfort zones. They embrace new challenges as opportunities for growth, knowing that with every new experience, they are expanding their horizons and building a stronger, more resilient version of themselves. Lifelong learning is also a commitment to self-improvement. It is about recognizing that there is always room to grow, always something new to learn, always a way to become a better version of ourselves. It is about seeking out feedback, being open to constructive criticism, and using it as a tool for growth rather than a source of discouragement. Lifelong learners are not afraid of making mistakes. They understand that mistakes are an inevitable part of the learning process, and they use them as stepping stones to success. They are constantly reflecting on their experiences, looking for ways to improve, and striving to be better today than they were yesterday. This commitment to learning and growth extends beyond the professional sphere. It encompasses every area of life: personal, emotional, spiritual, and social. Lifelong learners are always looking for ways to enhance their relationships, deepen their understanding of themselves and others, and develop the emotional intelligence necessary to navigate the complexities of human interaction. They are curious about the world around them, eager to learn about different cultures, histories, and philosophies that can broaden their perspective and enrich their lives. They understand that growth is a holistic process, one that involves not just the mind, but the heart and soul as well. Moreover, lifelong learning is about cultivating a growth mindset, a belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. This mindset is a powerful antidote to the fixed mindset that believes talent alone determines success. A growth mindset encourages us to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as a path to mastery, learn from criticism, and find inspiration in the success of others. It transforms our approach to both success and failure, allowing us to see every experience as a valuable opportunity to learn and grow. By committing to lifelong learning, we also enhance our creativity and innovation. When we expose ourselves to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences, we create new neural pathways in our brains, making us more adept at thinking outside the box and finding creative solutions to problems. Lifelong learners are often the most innovative individuals, able to draw on a wide range of knowledge and experiences to come up with unique and effective solutions. They understand that creativity thrives in an environment of continuous learning where the mind is always open, curious, and eager to explore the unknown. So, as we draw this journey to a close, let's reflect on the core message that we've been exploring, the idea that each of us has the power within to act as if nothing is impossible. By breaking free from limiting beliefs, cultivating an unshakable mindset, and harnessing the power of vision, we lay the foundation for an unstoppable life. Embracing fear as a catalyst for growth allows us to turn obstacles into opportunities. Taking bold and massive action differentiates us from those who merely dream. Building a supportive environment fosters resilience and empowers us to stay the course, while developing an unshakable self-belief gives us the inner strength to face any challenge. Finally, committing to lifelong learning and growth keeps us adaptable, innovative, and ever-evolving. So, as you leave here today, remember you have the potential to achieve greatness. The path is yours to create, and the power to be unstoppable is already within you. Go out there, embrace your journey, and live as if every day, every moment, every breath is an opportunity to prove to yourself and the world that you are truly unstoppable.